Barty was a tiny chihuahua with fur as black as a midnight sky. He lived in a cozy little house with his best friend, a toy giraffe named Giffy. Giffy was a bit of a know-it-all, always rattling off facts and rules that he'd overheard from the grown-ups. One sunny afternoon, Barty and Giffy decided to build a magnificent sandcastle in the backyard. Giffy, as always, had a list of instructions. "First, we must pack the sand tightly in this bucket," he announced, "and then we must flip it over carefully to form the base." Barty, however, was in a hurry. He loved playing in the sand and didn't want to be bothered with boring rules. He scooped up a pawful of loose sand and dumped it on the ground. "This is faster, Giffy," he barked as the sand slid through his toes. He tried to build a turret, but it crumbled instantly. He tried again and again, but his towers kept collapsing into sad little piles. Giffy watched patiently, his plastic eyes unblinking. "Barty," he said in his squeaky voice, "you're not following the instructions. The sand needs to be packed firmly." But Barty was stubborn. He wanted to do it his way. He ignored Giffy and started digging a moat, splashing sand everywhere. Soon, his beautiful sandcastle project was nothing but a mess of loose, flying sand. Feeling defeated, Barty sat down with a sigh. "I don't understand, Giffy," he whimpered. "Why won't it work?" "Because," Giffy replied gently, "following instructions is important. They are the steps to make things work properly." Barty looked at the crumpled mess and then at Giffy. He decided to give it one more try, this time listening carefully. He packed the wet sand into the bucket, pressing it down with his paw. He carefully flipped the bucket over. When he lifted it, a perfectly shaped solid cylinder of sand stood before him. A beautiful base. With Giffy's patient guidance, Barty followed each step. They built towers by stacking smaller packed sand cylinders and even decorated the castle with tiny shells. The finished sandcastle was a masterpiece. It was a testament to teamwork, and more importantly, to the power of following instructions. Barty learned that day that sometimes the quickest way to success is by paying attention to the rules.